Good morning, people. So this is a scene for the Howling Wind, a Werewolf the Apocalypse game, set in San Diego. So Tolia Petrova, one of the greatest Rite Masters in the nation, a legendary Garu, has been working very, very hard these last couple of weeks on a ritual that has been long needed within the nation, but not devised ever. It's strange, actually. And he's ready to try today to perform it. He thinks he has everything in place. He thinks he's dotted all the R's and crossed all the T's and all that. So he's meeting a seer Steele, at his ritual circle. A couple people in tow. His protege Theo and Sonia and Bailey Gonzalez. There's a couple of other people that have come to watch, knowing there's a ritual happening, just random sept folk. Actually, Kieran wanted to see too, so Kieran's there as well. But
Saoirse is also there.
So what the ritual does is the ritual breaks someone of their tribal connection without stripping them of the renown that they've gained among the people. Thereby, if the totem they're petitioning wishes to accept them at their former rank, it is possible. The cost of the ritual, the only thing that Tolia was able to basically negotiate with the spirits, was that the person loses all of their tribal taught gifts and may no longer learn the secrets of their former tribe through that connection. A seer wanting to join the Wardens of the Lost, has volunteered to be the first person to undergo this ritual, especially seeing that he is so potent in his renown. It's a really good scale, a spectrum to see if the rite works. So Tolia has a couple of things in a basket that he's devised to work this ritual that he's carrying. And he'll walk up to Asir and he'll smile.
Asir will smile back.
Theo is watching carefully and has a notebook out.
Okay. So, are you ready to do this?
He takes a breath. Yes.
And he'll smile. Give me one quick second. I'm making sure one thing is in line.
One.
Bitch. Why you do this?
You love me, though.
I mean, yeah, but that's kind of true, though. Checking something. Now, as I wrote it, by the way, the one thing that out of game needs to be decided is what type of it is. I thought Mystic was the most fitting, but it could go under Renown.
I was thinking of Renown.
Yeah,
I would think it would be a rite of Renown.
It would be. That's. I was confused if it would be a Mystic rite or a rite of Renown, because it could fit.
It's kind of both, but
exactly.
Yeah, it's kind of both, but I think it fits more into Renown because it's about retaining Renown.
Exactly. That's what I was thinking.
So it fits more into the Renown category. So I put it in Renown.
Fucking roll. For this is so big.
Which means it should hopefully work.
Yes, queen. Yes, queen. So he'll hold Asir's hands and he'll say thank you for volunteering to do this.
He'll nod and smile, of course. You knew I had to be first anyway.
Of course. So he'll take him into the circle. And he draws a line of white clay around him. A big circle of white clay around him. And he starts to enact the rite. And he calls out and sings and speaks of his accomplishment as a Fenrir and the things that he's done. Basically just telling his tales as he's undergoing the ritual. And what he'll do is that he'll tie his hands together with a red silk cord as he's telling his tales. And for a seer, it's going to be a long time. He's a fucking elder. Almost. He's been
Garu for 40 years.
Yes, so there's a lot in there. So he's basically just speaking of his tales and of his deeds as a Garu. And basically he'll come to as the energy of his deeds and of what he's done builds. As you can almost feel kind of like a sense of pride and accomplishment hanging in the air. Toil will say, "In your great name, Fenris, these things were done for you." And he'll basically draw the glyph for the Get of Fenris on Asir's forehead. With white clay.
Okay.
And he'll basically explain and say, though Hand of Asir will be walking a different path, his footsteps will always be near your heart. He does not leave the tribe with malice, but with an open heart, to a new path in which your wisdom and ways will always go with him. And he'll turn to Asir and say, "Do you go forward with an open heart?"
Yes, I do.
Do you acknowledge the wisdom and ways that Fenris has taught you?
Oh, absolutely.
That's fine. He'll take out a silver blade and he'll put it under the ropes. And with a swift motion, he will slash up, cutting them. And let me roll. You said dice roll 1, right?
Yep.
And he'll say, right before he cuts up, he says, "Do you understand that you leave behind Fenris's gifts to you?"
Yes, I do understand.
Remind me, by the way, do you roll pure breed when you're rolling rights? I can't remember.
I
don't think so.
No, I never do.
I know there's some people that do, but I don't fucking see one. I'm spending willpower, by the way.
Yeah, that's fine.
Yeah, there's one case. So. Is actually very nervous. He hasn't devised a right in a while. Yeah, he got 6 successes with the willpower spent. So he cuts the rope, and the rope falls at Asir's feet, basically. And the white clay that was circling him and on his forehead turns red. And Toya will take his thumb and wipe the the glyph off his forehead for the Geta Fenris, and Asir feels his connection to Fenris end. Just pull back. And he'll step back. Go forward, Hand of Asir, knowing that your path is clear. And you are a free agent in the nation. You may seek what tribe you wish, or choose to walk alone. And with this, the ritual of severance is done. And he'll step back.
Asir has tears in his eyes because, this is definitely emotional. Leaving a tribe you've been in your whole life. So he takes a little while to process.
Toya will step out of the circle and he'll give him time. They'll feel a very soft presence as Toya is kind of talking to Theo and making sure that everything is okay. Asir will feel a very soft touch on his cheek. And
he looks up to Hayden. He'll smile.
Hayden will hug him, wrap his arms around him.
Oh, he hugs him back.
He doesn't even speak words. He just holds him.
So everybody's going to see the Sept Beta just kind of sob in Hayden's arms, like just letting go and getting everything out.
Yeah.
Yeah. Theo's tearing up a little bit while he's writing down the procedure. Sure, he has it memorized, but
Kieran will lean into Saoirse a little bit. He's not. He didn't expect the severity of it,
right?
And the solemnness around it. It shocked him.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, Saoirse's closer to him too. Just wow. And she's trying to imagine herself leaving the Fianna, and she can't do it. Nope, not happening.
But Hayden will smile he'll touch Asir's cheek.
He'll smile to him.
You know you have a home with me. And you know I will take you as an elder.
Yes. That is the path I wish to walk.
I'll kiss his forehead gently.
Smile. It was just very shocking at the suddenness of it. It's even more severe than losing a packmate and feeling that link cut off.
I can imagine. It is obviously not a ritual to be taken lightly.
No. He'll shake his head.
But I'm here for you. If this is what you wish.
It is. I would not have volunteered to go first if it was not what I wanted to do.
And smile softly. He'll offer his arm to him.
He'll take it.
Come now. Let's go where the green things grow.
He'll smile.
We need to garden for a bit today.
He'll nod. Yes. Yes, I do.
He'll lead him off. Tolia will watch them go with a smile.
Theo is smiling softly.
Yeah, he'll look at the
It was beautiful.
Thank you.
He looks deep into Tolia's eyes.
And smiles softly. There were a couple of little things I need to smooth out, but I think for the most part it went off well. Do you?
It was... It was everything. He like clenches his heart. I could feel the emotions.
Aren't I going to be performing that ritual on you?
He nods.
Well, I'm not doing it more than one time today, but he'll chuckle.
I wouldn't want anybody else to do it.
I'll kiss his cheek.
He'll hold him really close.
And tap his nose. He'll say, "There's someone I actually need to ask for feedback on it." And he'll kind of loosen himself and he'll go over to Saoirse, actually.
Oh. Okay. Let me put up her overlay.
Theo will walk over too. He flips to another page in the notebook.
So Saoirse being the tiny thing she is.
I know.
Why don't you just go cross-legged? You just sit down and go cross-legged.
The whole thing is taller than her.
He'll smile.
She'll smile at him. Hello, Rhea.
Hello. I wanted to know what you thought of the ritual.
Well, I watched it very carefully, and I thought it was great. A very severe ritual indeed.
Too severe, you think? What do you think the severity of it is?
I think the severity of it is appropriate for what is being asked.
Okay, I'll nod. I was worried it was a little too severe, but then I realized the poignancy of probably. Yeah.
It definitely gets people to think about what they actually want to do, because and leaving a tribe that you've sworn yourself to should be severe. It should not be easy. It should not be taken lightly at all. And I think what you've put into the ritual definitely conveys that.
I'll nod. That one took a long time to build.
I can imagine. That's not something I've tried yet, making my own rings.
I had actually been toying around with the idea of how to leave a tribe without. I'd been toying around with the idea for a few years, but I never really had. I don't know. Nothing. It came together now.
You never really had motivation or reason to actually do it, and now that there is one, she'll smile.
Well, yeah. Mostly we've been going by people doing just the rite of ostracism, by seeking it themselves. But then I realized shake his head. It's not right. It's not right. It's not right. And there's no reason that we should. People change, principles shift. Sometimes just.
Sometimes people will choose a tribe and realize later on down the road they don't fit there anymore.
Or they were raised to know nothing but the tribe.
Theo chews his lip at that.
And found it may not be most fitting.
She'll nod. I was raised to know nothing but Fiona, obviously, but I have no desire to leave my tribe.
He'll shake his head. You are all but a daughter of Stag, okay?
She'll smile.
Theo will shrug and he'll say, "Well, your brother is, or was that a cousin?" I think it was cousin.
Her cousin.
Yeah.
Her cousin. My cousin is the son of Stag. He very much embodies Stag. Oh my. However, I am extremely comfortable in my tribe and don't plan on ever leaving. But I wouldn't mind helping those who decide it's no longer for them to find their own path. This is a right that I would, once everything is worked out, a right that I would perform for people.
Theo smiles at that. It's definitely not something.
But probably not without a lot of counsel first.
Yes, it's definitely not something to take lightly.
And we as Galliards, it is our responsibility is to counsel and guide people down their paths. It's not just about telling tales.
Theo kind of clutches his chest and he says, "Unicorn has always been there for me, and while I'm leaving him, it doesn't mean that he's not a part of me still."
She'll smile and nod. Of course. No, it's up to Unicorn. Though you're leaving, you'll be leaving Unicorn's tribe. It's up to Unicorn on whether or not he wants to withdraw himself completely from your life.
He nods.
I have a feeling there is one tribe that we are going to see. We are going to see more joining. And it concerns me, but I can see it.
She'll look at him. Which one?
Red Talons.
She'll nod.
I don't think that tribe is going to last for any more than 2 generations. Human generations, not wolf. They are already so strained.
And those that oppose the viewpoints of the tribe, I can see becoming absorbed into the Wardens of the Lost.
It'll give us good lupus. Oh, I said us. Wow, no. I am very silverfang. He blinks.
You support the tribe. You can count yourself among the allies.
He swallows.
Speaking of which, did Alexi ever tell you?
I'm not talking to him right now. I'll just hold a hand up.
Like, not doing it. Nope. It would give the tribe good lupus, which they will need.
He'd chew his lip a moment. Excuse me.
Of course.
And he quietly walks off.
Theo won't follow because it looks like he had something important to do.
Kieran will look over. And then he'll paw his wife.
She'll look at him. Hi.
Well, how long do I have to be known as Chucklefolk?
Theo smiles and he's like, I like the name Chucklefuck, though.
I am. Don't worry. Not too much longer, I promise.
You seem to like that name too. He laughs.
Growls.
He'll cross his heart and smile at him innocently.
You better hurry up with the name for me, lass, or I'll get Moon to do it.
Shanad, you'll have a new name by the weekend before it starts.
That would be his problem. He doesn't want to go into the mood with the name Chucklefuck.
Exactly. Before the, she'll realize that before the moods, you will have a new name. I promise.
You're gonna name me something fluffy.
No, I'm not.
Twinkles his nose at her. Fairy fucker or something like that.
Oh, shite. Nah. No. Look, I actually take deed naming very seriously.
Yeah, but you'll take me.
She laughs. You know, the deed name I bear now was my own suggestion because I can't name myself. So I suggested it to my pack mate at the time, who suggested it. Not an ally of my pack, who suggested it to her cousin, yes. And I was named Screams the Huntsman's Fury.
Well, last time I suggested a deed name for myself, I ended up Chucklefuck.
Aye, so I guess you won't be suggesting no more names for yourself, will you?
Well, no, because my deed name forever and a day. All the time I had deed names of waiting, found, wanting. And then Chucklefuck. Why did my son do this?
Theo laughs and he says, "You could just be called Father of Change or something like that."
No father is the name, because then people are going to call me Daddy Changes.
Daddy Changes.
And I'm like pack mate, fucking Pickles Johnson.
I still can't believe that's his name is Pickles Johnson.
Fucking Tolia.
That is amazing. Pickles Johnson.
You're gonna name the baby Pickles. What better tell
Hey. You know, I haven't come up with a name for the baby yet.
Well, we got to figure out first if it's going to be a boy or a girl. And it's probably going to be a boy because fate seems to not want me to have a girl.
I suppose I could go. Let's see. I might be able to find out.
They have these things called sonograms.
I know that, but I've only been pregnant for just over a month. It might be where I'm almost reaching like a third of the way. I might be able to find out. I don't know yet. Probably not. Probably have to wait a little while.
Let me just ask the wee. And he'll lean down. Lad or lass? Or them? Could be a them. I'll nod.
Yeah, get to them. Like, I don't have one yet.
Tell me lad or lass or them. What you be, lad or lass or them?
The unborn baby has no idea. Like, the fuck are you asking me for?
Them. It's just like screaming, I don't know, them.
Hey, I don't know. I'm warm. Leave me alone.
You know what I want to name our baby? Sincerely,
What?
I'm not even actually joking. I'm serious.
Okay, what?
Jamie.
Jamie. Well, that works for a boy or a girl.
Aye.
All right. Is there significance to Jamie?
No, I just like the name, lass.
All right. She'll nod. That's fine.
I would have named Liam that.
You know,
I wanted to name him after his mother.
Veronica's been showing me Game of Thrones, and now that every time I hear Jamie, I think of Lannister.
Yeah, don't fucking call my baby Jamie Lannister or I will throat your fucking ass. No.
She's
Don't
very
fucking do it.
weird. She throated me the other night because I accidentally stick it up her bum.
Yeah, I don't do that. Nope. Mm-mm.
It wasn't my fault. You were soppy.
She glares at him. Like this fiery little bitch.
Because I have 5 piercings down there, and I prefer not.
Just 5?
I might be
What?
more. Yeah, no. Mm-mm.
Hold on.
That doesn't go in there. Nope.
So Kieran's entire face, like his entire face, just, it's like he has a thought. He immediately disregards it, pulls it back, and goes,
What? She has curiosity, so she has to ask.
narrows his eyes. Just, you've never seen a look this ferocious of mischief on his face. It's terrible. It's terrible.
Yeah, she studies his face and goes, "Oh, now I see where Liam gets it."
Yeah, Theo nods.
Yeah.
He's
Like one of those, oh, that's where Liam got it.
Yeah, absolutely.
Theo is just like, and you wonder how your family are like Liam and Fen. And he just shrugs.
Right? Right, so. Look, I raised him by myself. I neglected the fuck out of him, okay? I don't know what happened to him. I wasn't there. Shrug.
Well, gee, maybe that's what happened. Because you weren't
Just
there.
Lass, I was there every day.
I know you were.
Just flying a helicopter up their asses. Man, that's what now I get it.
Yeah, you see where the term helicopter parenting comes from.
No, I was actually thinking of their homosexuality, but okay.
Sure. Wow. Wow. All right.
Nothing, lass. I just had an idea. That was all.
Well, I want to know what it is.
Well, I'm going to show you what it is later.
Oh. Okay then.
I'm gonna ask a favor of somebody who owes me big time. Oh, he owes me so big. Oh, he rubs his hands together. Oh, get your hands off me, Lucky Charms.
Theo does an eyebrow waggle.
She shakes her head like, God, you really are a chuckle fuck. I'll just leave that your name.
He wiggles.
I'll just leave that your name. Fuck it. I'll make your dude name Jacob's Ladder.
Theo smiles really big, and he's like, "You could call him the Keeper of Clarity."
No.
Oh, the Keeper of Clarity.
No, lass. Stop that. Reminds me of that company I see online sometimes, Carity. Holy.
What was his reaction to the Jacob's Ladder comment?
God, you know what? It's one of those things where he wouldn't. You're not wrong though. But
Right.
He doesn't know if he wants to come out as that hardcore kink. It is often in leather, but
right?
You notice that nobody's picked up on it yet. He'll just smile. Look, I have this image to upkeep. He'll touch her face. I have this image to upkeep of being an upstanding old crotchety Irishman. I'll nod.
She snorts.
So the fact that I have a Jacob's Ladder, or that I used to be a punk when I was younger, that I'm covered in tattoos under here.
She bites her lip.
You know, I had a threesome one time. I'll nod.
Oh, you did?
Oh, yeah.
We'll talk more about that one later. I want to hear about it.
Oh, you're going to lass. He'll chuckle. He has that look of somebody who owes him a big favor and he's calling it in.
Oh boy.
Theo will like say, by the way, speaking of clarity, is Kismet home?
He'll reach into his pocket and he'll pull the little ball of goo out and throw it.
He squeeze. Kismet!
Kismet will go over to Theo and is so happy to see him.
He's like squishing his face and like he feeds him a little bit of gnosis off his finger.
And he'll happily nom 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 it. Nom 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 nom.
You know, I say I come to see you so I can practice my woodworking, but this is the real reason.
Careful how you say that, lad.
Yeah, Zeus's brows go up like
He face palms.
Take pictures and send them to me, all right?
Yes.
What?
See his head.
Oh my.
We'll touch Circe's cheeks seriously, like putting everything aside. You know you're the only you know you're the only one for me.
I know. She knows.
I can't
She
see
kisses
myself.
him.
I can't see myself being with anybody else.
She'll smile. I can't either.
Theo just smiles.
So, lad, how are you doing?
I'm doing much better recently.
One thing that people may notice is that he is actually being very like accepting and like he really is known for being. He's come a very far way. Like what's his name? Kira's come a very far way because he's actually being like very like accepting basically of the character's transition.
It was hard at first because I was never myself, and I hurt a lot of people because I wasn't being myself. He shrugs. I can just go each day trying to make up for what I've done.
A smile. I can understand that. I think that's part of why I tried very hard to always be very authentic with myself, even though I what's the word I'm looking for? Me da wasn't happy with where I took me life, the things I did. He never really agreed with my ways.
He nods. I was always accepted by my family, and I chose to forget everything because I was afraid of pain.
Not a lot of people know about my life before I was married. There's good reasons for that, lad. I don't like to talk about those times. Yeah, even Saoirse would know. He's never spoken about his life before he was married. Me wife really mellowed me out.
He nods. Well, the past makes us who we are today, but the past is also just the past. It's not like you can go back in time and fix everything, because then you would be a different person today.
That's really beautiful, lad. It's really beautiful, lad. But he'll look down, actually being serious, and his brow furrows.
He has a concerned look on his face.
He'll smile and look up at him. Never mind me. Mind going back to places I don't want it to.
Saoirse will squeeze his hand.
Yeah, apparently whatever happened to him before he got married, and like when he was young, is definitely something heavy. It's never really been touched upon, and it's starting to come out a little bit. And he just shuts it back down and smiles.
Theo smiles very softly, and he says, I understand. Not what you've been through, because those are yours alone, but to remember something and have it relive in your mind.
I know
I
he's been
remember.
proud of my actions, lad.
He's nodding.
And I stood by and let something really bad happen once.
He gulps.
I'll just look away. There's a reason I won't close my mind when I want to, lad. He didn't name me that idly. And there was a reason. He's afraid to come out to me, lad. I'm gonna pull out his pipe and light it. A very haunted look in his eyes.
Theo's looking down. I think I should go. He chews his lip.
Hi, lad.
He
I was gonna
nods.
see you.
Of course, I have much to learn when it comes to the art. He hands him a spoon.
He smiles.
It's a gift for my mentor, and he'll walk off.
I'll smile.
Kismet will go back over to Kieran. And Saoirse will look at him. And she'll say, "You know that I am here if you ever decide that you need or want to talk about anything."
Is he saying that's a Theo or
She says,
Here.
Theo left.
Oh yeah.
She's looking at her husband.
He'll lick his lips. Trigger warning, by the way.
Yep.
Are we good?
Okay. Mhm.
Yeah, I figure I know what it's about.
When I was younger, when I was young and stupid, I used to run around. You know the type of crowd I used to run around with.
So nod.
And we used to rough up fancy boys, you know, dandies and fopes.
So nod.
Nothing too bad. Just, oh, you know what? I mean, not even that. I mean, not even with that. Point is, we saw it as harmless enough, what we were doing.
So nod.
And one night, we, swallow. I don't know what happened. I truly don't know what happened looking back. I think that's part of what makes what happened so dangerous. Sometimes there ain't no rhyme or reason, but leader of our little band, I don't know what it was, but there was just this one fellow who we took for a target. And shake his head. He didn't die that night. He died a week later in the hospital. I went to his funeral. Laid flowers on his grave. During me soul searching after that, I met my wife. She was drawn to my grief, she said. I'd love to say I stood back and me crying was that it had happened. I watched on, but his blood was on my hands too. He sniffs and looks up thinking about him. Ain't a day go by I don't think about him. I don't remember his name. I don't think about his name. I don't. I think that's part of why when Liam came out to me, I was so upset. Because I know exactly what people can be like. Because I was one of them. I'll lick his lips.
She knows. But she
And
learned from it.
Liam knows a bit. That's why I have my deed name.
That makes a lot of sense.
He found out about it. I don't know how he found out, but he found out about it.
Did you ever tell his mother?
Oh, she knew. She helped me through it.
Perhaps she told him then.
Maybe. I don't know. I don't know how she came to him or the relationship they had. No, she died a couple of years ago in my arms. But I don't know if she ever came to him while she was off in her fox mind. I don't think so, because he didn't know his ma. So I don't think that's what it was.
How odd.
But yeah. I think I'm gonna take a walk.
He wants to be alone.
Yeah, Lass. Just for a
Okay.
minute. I'll kiss her cheek and walk. I'll get up and I'll start walking. He'll walk for a little bit, his hands in his pocket. And he does cry for a little bit. He'll stop and he'll say very softly, "Oh, Jamie, lad, where would your life have gone had it not been for me?" And he just keeps walking. And with that, we can end our scene. Thank you, players, for playing. Thank you, watchers, for watching. Bye.